Hello awesome people, I hope that you are having an amazing day today. So today we're going to be taking a look at another my top 10 favorite classic film series. We started this with my top science fiction films for the top few, for 3 different eras, classics before 1980, the 80s and the 90s and then the 2000s. And then I did my fantasy films, divided into a few different eras where there are more and less films, and I just knocked out my top favorite video horror films going up through the 70s. But I feel like the 80s and the 90s just aren't as strong classic sort of stuff, right? So basically, so I don't feel like that's because I'm looking for more of an environmental, atmospheric horror, not just shock value, and so forth. So that was the last one for that. So now I wanted to look at another genre that I sort of cover, because it kind of covers, this genre covers all of the 3 genres, if you will, of fantasy, science fiction, and horror, and that's the superhero genre. Some of them are obviously, more sci-fi, like Superman. Some of them are more horror, like Blade, right? And those sorts of things. So basically, we're going to be taking a look at these different contexts. Now, these are going to be from the last century, because that century, while it does have some good films here and there, it's really pretty rare. I was trying to do this in smaller eras, but I just couldn't put it together for a list. In fact, I only have 5 films on this list because of how much I did a deep dive. And we added a couple honorable mentions too for you folks. So it's more of a top 7, if you will, than a proper top 5 for you folks. But I think that this is a pretty solid list. So here we go. These are my top films from the last century in the science fiction genre or fantasy or horror combos, the superhero film for you folks. So let's get started. Honorable mention number 1 is Superman 2, an absolute classic. The sequel really feels like it was supposed to be a good sequel. Richard Donner was let go in the middle of it and such. So for those reasons, the one that was released theatrically has not the best pacing. The best case is considered they replaced the director sort of mid aspects and so forth. So I don't feel that would put it higher, if you will, on the list. But it's fine for what it's trying to do, and that's why it's hitting with number 7 at honorable mention number 1 for you folks. That is Superman 2. All right. Now my second one is a TV movie. Second honorable mention, number 6, and this is the 60s era Batman TV movie for you folks. This is an absolute camp classic for folks that love the TV series, love it lots, and so forth. This is the one that has things in like my bat shark palette and stuff like that. It's just so much fun. The idea is so over the top, so campy, so fun. I have all the bad guys combining. Right, that you're bringing them in together, love it, and what their plan is just so stupidly dumb and campy. It's a lot of fun. So if you like the Batman TV series, you probably have seen this like 10 times. If not, why not check it out? I think you like it. But that's a Batman TV movie for you folks. And then top 5. Number 5 is actually another TV movie. I think it's a little bit better. This is from 1977, and this is the Incredible Hulk TV movie. So one sort of Bill Bixby and such like that, as a slightly different TV take of the Hulk, where folks a franchise character that Marvel put on the map in a big way later on in the 2000s with Ang Lee, and then the Marvel version too. Love it lots. And so basically the idea here is the spoilers again, but I think you'll like it. And that's the 1977 version of the Incredible Hulk from the TV series. That's the highest hitting TV movie. Sorry if you prefer movies, but there's just a lot of options out there. Sorry. Now number 4 through number 1, I think you'll all agree is absolutely classic. Number 4, I've alluded to before. This is the horror one, Blade. It also hit my top fantasy films from the 90s, because I do consider gothic horror to be fantasy too, but it's certainly horror. It was sort of redefined the Marvel genre, the vampire genre films. It's hugely great stuff. Love it lots. It is an R-rated movie for adults, just as it, so don't see it otherwise. But I think you'll like it. If you do, I think it's great stuff. It's got some great action scenes. The CGI doesn't stand up, but the rest of it does. Absolute classic of classics, and it really put Marvel films back on the map in a major way after they had suffered a lot. Because this era has a lot of Captain Soldiers, Captain America, all right, Fantastic Four. This Marvel era, or Nick Fury Age of S.H.I.E.L.D., isn't exactly the best era for Marvels. But this one sort of stands up above the rest. If you really put it on the map and made a lot of money from not a lot of money investment. So that's number 4, Blade. Number 3 is Batman from 1989. Absolute classic. This is the one that was directed by Tim Burton. Made so much money. It's also stars Michael Keaton and put him on the map as an action star in a major way. And Seal 2 is an absolute classic. Love it a lot. So I think that this film is strong. I think Jack Nicholson could arguably be your favorite version of Joker, as opposed to Heath Ledger, if you will. But I think it's pretty good stuff. I love this film and its interpretation of Gotham, its interpretation of the stuff that's happening in our prints. Even the sets so far are just absolutely gorgeous. Love it lots. You will too. You haven't seen it. That's number 3, 1989's Batman. Top 2. Now, number 2 is actually the sequel to Batman, Batman Returns. It's a darker, gothier version. It really has a lot of interesting beats and so forth. A lot of backstory for the things. Now, it's notorious among Batman and other hands because it doesn't have that much of Batman in a Batman film. But I like it. I like what it's trying to do. I like the gothier, darker, grimmer take. Because that's what Batman is, right? He's supposed to be a darker, gothier, darker take, like Love It Lots. Tim Burton absolutely delivers a classic. Love It Lots. That's Batman Returns. And then my final film is the 1978 Superman for your folks, starring Christopher Reeve. Put him on the map in a big, giant way. Loved him lots in it. If you haven't seen it, you will love this so much. This is the nice, positive film to end this. Rather than supposed to be the darker Blade and a couple of Batmans back to back. It's a nice film. It's a fun film. I think the ending certainly makes sense within the concept, but it's not scientifically possible. But there you are. That is Superman from '78 for you folks. It's an absolute classic. A classic, again, put Reeve on the map in a major way. Made a ton of money. And a lot of people really thought that they could make a lot of money. And it's really surprised that a superhero film would do this well, right? All right, so there you are. So here are my top 7. Honorable mention, number 1, Superman 2. Honorable mention, number 2, is the Batman TV movie from the 60s. Number 5 is the Incredible Hulk TV film from '77. Number 4 is Blade. Number 3 is Batman. Number 2 is Batman Returns. And number 1 is Superman from '78. So there you are. So what did you think about this? Do you agree, from this era, in the last century? Do you agree that these are your top 5 and honorable mentions in this world? If so, why? And what, if not, what? What did I get wrong? What did I change? Right? Your list is just as important as mine. Right? So let me know what your list is, right? In the comments below. Just again, no spoilers. I know these films are a couple of decades old, but hey, still try to keep it, legitimate, right, for you folks. And so there you are. Thanks again for watching my video, right, and investing your time in your time watching it. If you like this video, why not hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon to be feeling frisky, and then let your videos know. Next week I'm going to come back to this. We're going to look at my top 10 superhero films, probably from 2000 to 2010. There's probably going to be enough of that. It's the modern era of the superhero films, so we'll probably be able to get a lot, not top 10 from that set, or if not, then certainly from the last one here. So we'll be doing that next. So make sure you hit the subscribe, like button, share this with your friends, superhero friends, film friends, older film friends, right? Whatever. Just let them know whatever their fandom is, right? So there you are. Thanks again. As a reminder, this channel is named The Worst Thing About New Books. That's a quote by a French philosopher named Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about these wasn't that it kept us from reading, right, these old ones, right? This is an absolute classic stuff. Love it lots. In this case, they're films that are classics instead of things that we might have forgotten about rather than reading, but you get the idea. And again, this channel loves science fiction, fantasy, and horror stuff. So that's what its passion is for you folks. And there you are. Again, thank you so much, for taking some time out of your day. And investing it and watching my video, right? Because we all have so many things that are happening, right, in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and thus I appreciate it much. So thanks again, Anne. Have an amazing day.